nimetoka. Ay 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 ay, kushukuru mimi sitachoka. Ay 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 ay, nashukuru pale nimetoka.
Now we'd like to interrupt this program to bring you some breaking news.
That's right. JOYRIDE Live Experience is back after maybe 3 years hiatus. We are back on the 22nd of November. Where are we going to be then?
It's going to be at Jain Bhavan.
Yes, and that's in Loresho. Come through 1 to 6 p.m. Early bird tickets are now out. Singles are going for 1,500 shillings and the couple tickets are going for 2,800. Available on hustlesasa.com.
Yeah, these tickets are going to sell out like crazy. So if I was you, just buy them right now. The link is in the description box. Enjoy the episode and prepare for the live experience. Is there a dress code?
Not yet. Yeah.
We're talking with our international designers to see which material will work best. Somebody let's see young. See you guys
22nd. Grab your tickets. Hello and welcome to JOYRIDE Podcast. We're so happy to have you guys. Karibuni sana. My name is Wanjiru.
And my name is Ben Psycho, and I'm super excited for season 8. Season 8 has some energy that I just love.
From you or from everyone?
From everyone, from the host, even when I know it's shoot day, niko too excited to come. From the people that have been calling, like the guest that we're going to introduce today later on. It's just a nice season. So I did... we showed people the pictures of the suit.
From the Moja Nyawira episode.
Nilikuwa nataka nikamwonyesha picha ya Hamilton. I think your suit ilikuwa
That was
Carlton.
a bit ambitious.
Yeah, so let me see. Let me read some of the comments from the Mohia's episode, which is Moji and Nyawira. Those Lewis versus Ben photos. Ben is very much giving Mahujia, which means pasta. I love seeing the Mohias on set. Now, Napenda sana. When I see the Mohias on the channel, I just know it's going to be a good one. I even liked before listening to the whole video. I love the couple, I love the couple friendship, to be specific, Christian couple friendships.
Yeah.
Another one from Anita Ngugi was like, as a fellow Lewis Hamilton member, I have died at Ben's replica outfit. Lewis Hamilton's fashion sense is on another level. Utafika tu one day.
One day utafika. But that was a bit ambitious.
Mimi naona ukitumia watu za models wa majuu.
Mimi situmiangi Beyonce, mimi situmiangi outfits za Beyonce.
Unatumianga hizo za Pinterest.
Situmiangi za Beyonce. Uliendea Lewis sasa.
But Lewis, hiyo si ya kwanza ya Lewis. Nimefanya zingine mob sana za Lewis. I think zilitokea better.
With time itakam.
Anyway.
But karibuni sana at home. I want to read one TikTok that I saw.
Yeah.
And it's not a TikTok comment. I'm trying to stay on the good side of TikTok. And actually it's to you, Ben. I sent you and I'm sure you haven't read it.
Oh, a TikTok?
It says, I'll never stop watching how people treat my husband. He's had my back since the beginning. He's seen me go from a carefree teenager to a grounded mom. He's loved me and stood by me through every version of myself. He's seen me at my best and at my absolute worst. So yes, I'll protect him. I might be quiet, but I do not play when it comes to him. I've got his back fully, fiercely, without hesitation, because he deserves that same kind of love right back. Let's get
TikTok. Okay, so nipeleke tu pole.
Sinakwambia like I'll always have your back.
Oh, like this is you to me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. I was like, oh.
But yeah, I'll always have
so
your back.
slow.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind. Low man's on my lines. Utakupeleka kwa date kesho, eh? Spend my money, yeah? And you look really nice.
Thank you so much.
Who's dressed you? At least your tailors.
Summer Essentials on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's get into today's episode. We have an amazing guest on set. Ben, we introduce him.
This guy is legendary. And one of the legendary things that this guy ever did that shocked me up to today. One time he was the brand ambassador of a big telco company. When the contract ended like this, that same week, the competitor telcos took him up. Like, this guy has overachieved. I think
big stuff.
He's like Hamilton now in the gospel music industry, which is borderline greed. Sasa umeachieve too much. Wacha, hakuna hii, it makes sense kuchukua Melatis for like 4 years back to back. You take MTV, you
big
take
hits.
everything.
Yeah.
Hits from here up to where. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only Daddy Owen. Hey! Papa Fololo.
Hey, karibu sana.
Intro too. Hey.
So much you've achieved. Karibu sana.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Lakini you remember hata wewe unaona hiyo looking back that's
season.
crazy. Unakuwa brand ambassador wa kitu ikiisha hivi.
Competitor
The next
ako like
competitor ako like can we take it over like
You know the most weird thing hata ikuisha.
Haikuwa imeisha.
Haikuwa imeisha. We had to cancel the other one ndo niende ingine.
May the God of the UN locate me.
Tupe baby. We need to so see.
Haikuisha. They are like, no, you have to cross over.
Yeah.
On this other side. But now you have to terminate the other one. So I had to go to the other guys and told them, hey, but
The
now,
deal is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's dope,
Congratulations.
man. Karibu sana, Owen.
And you know, even with all those accolades, you're a very authentic and humble person. I think I was telling Ben, I'll give you your flowers. Like, it's really hard in this industry of entertainment to find somebody who's achieved so much, but they're so humble, so authentic, so relatable. So we appreciate that a lot.
Dope stuff.
Yeah.
Let me ask, what's your favorite Daddy Owen song?
King of Kapungala.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me I used to dance to those songs.
Hivi kumefika sentence Lioki.
Nyamazie.
Unajua sentence Lioki nilikuwa nimewacha Tidhero kwe na morata.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm a big Daddy Owen fan.
I have so many, man.
For you?
One
We were
day.
actually listening to your, what is it called? Your
Catalog.
catalog on the way here.
Yeah, nilikuwa nataka keep up na nini.
Najuanga nyimbo za Daddy Owen.
Okay.
See, I've seen him perform so many times. Yeah.
Or
I've
with him in
experienced it.
Eldoret.
Yeah.
Big shout out to you, man.
Thank you, man.
Karibu sana, Owen.
Kabisa.
Introduce the topic.
So we're talking about when love transitions. We are glad to have you, Daddy Owen. So tutafanya
What's that
hivi.
about?
Everything about love transitioning. So the questions will guide the conversation.
Okay.
Yeah. So Daddy Owen unachukua swali. Hakuna mtu ameiona.
But hata si hatujaona hizo swali.
Kwani ni swali zile swali?
So,
Zimetengenezwa
si
na-
wewe peke
na
una-
experts.
si wewe peke unajibu, si wote twajibu the same question.
Oh, wow.
Take
Yeah.
a big one.
So.
Everyone has their question.
So tunafungua saa ngapi?
Sahi,
Sahi,
si wewe
anza.
unaanza.
Anza.
Big boss himself.
Na hii ni refu.
Yes.
So nisome.
Yeah.
Just read it.
Si wote twajibu.
For Ben and Onjiro, having been married for 4 years, now what do you think is the hardest thing? What do you think the hardest things about a divorce would be? For Daddy Owen, what do you think was the hardest thing about a divorce would be, and what ended up being the hardest thing about a divorce?
Tumeanza heavy.
Sana.
Hiyo imeandikwa namba?
Heavy hitters. Tumeanzia imeandikwa number 12 kama disciple.
Number 12 bana.
Kama
Tukianza
disciples.
na number 1.
What would be the hardest thing? Me think ingekuwa mtoi saizi. Inaweza kuwa mtoi vile tutahandolio kumexplainia. I think the child ndio itakuwa the hardest thing for me.
The baby. Oh, it's a lot of things. Even the business. We work together.
That's a good one.
Create content together. We have a company together, JOYRIDE Podcast. We have the baby. We have a lot of investments together. We have bank accounts together.
Yani tumeintertwine.
That would be hard.
Yeah.
The car,
Yeah.
everything. I don't know. That would be very hard for me.
But also I think I would feel bad also losing my friend.
Mm.
Like me, when you best yangu for real. So like losing that friendship would be hard.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Owen.
You know, when it comes to divorce, I don't know how chicks are wired, but for men, you see, for us men, everything is like a milestone. And when you're doing stuff, you always feel like, I'm done with that. Now I'm looking forward to something else.
Right.
So divorce is like something that comes and pokes you and takes you back to a place whereby you don't know what's your next move. Because it's something that research says, but they mostly is women who initiate divorce. Than men.
Really?
Yeah. Because men, most of the time, we work with milestones. And one of the biggest milestones for a man is you settle, get kids.
Kuna familia.
You
You have
get
the
it?
family.
Yeah. So it's always like a box that you already ticked and you're like, now moving to the next structure. So when it happens,
Inakurudisha
yes,
nyuma.
Takes you back.
Yep.
it takes you back to another level that you don't know where to start.
Yeah.
And you see, it's like a unit that you're the one who was holding the whole unit. So when it crumbles, you don't know what to hold on to and what
Right.
to release and what to accept that it's gone.
Yeah.
But now, nature dictates that you have to accept that you can hold on to one or two or three. The rest must crumble. The rest must. So you're left with very few choices being a man. And Of course, one of the hardest thing is kids. Kids, man.
No, that's hard.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard.
That's hard.
And then apart from that, because when it hits you, it's not like something that, because most of us, we are like, I'm planning to buy a new car. I know what I want to do. I know how it will happen. I know how it will pan out. But now divorce forces you to start thinking at that exact moment what I should do next. Now, are we moving out? Everybody's moving to his own house, or
What
what's going
happens?
to, you understand? What's going to happen? And then, like right now, when you're with your wife, there are some things that already, apart from cars, accounts, and all that, you've become one.
One, yeah.
Even
We are
in
knitted.
spirit, even in spirit. Yeah, you've become one. It's not like Kati, leave alone the cars, leave alone the accounts and all those things. There's a time you'll just feel like something that belongs to you
Imekutoka.
doesn't exist. And even psychologists say it's easy to accept death than divorce.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
when someone dies, it's like a conclusion, you'll never see them again.
It's like a closure.
It's a closure.
Uh,
You're like, I'm done.
yeah.
I've lost a friend. It's
Bye.
done and dusted. But see, with divorce, when you have kids, this person is in your life.
because they have to see the kids.
They have to see the kids.
You have to
see
do
the
it.
kids.
You have to see the kids.
Yani,
And it's forever.
it's forever.
It's
There's
forever.
no excuse about it.
Yeah.
So, if you still have feelings for them, you'll still see them.
Yeah.
If you still feel bitter about them, you'll see them.
See them.
Okay.
It's hard. It's not like,
hard.
because you see death, you're like,
It's
I've lost my cousin. Oh, alikuwa mpoa.
Inauma.
Amedai. Hey, I'll cry. The third day, mchange napiga ile sanduku du. Unajua, huyu ameenda, and you're like, hey, by the way, my cousin is gone. But divorce is like a pain that each and every day, every time we interact, and you see, you have to interact because now you have kids. The divorce that you don't have kids is easier. But the one that you have kids, it's
crazy.
hard. Because the kids, first and foremost, they don't understand what's happening. So, another thing, you guys have to pretend.
you're sheltering them. Sindio?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to show them that the mother or
Yeah.
the father or one of the partners did something wrong, or one of the partners made this thing crumble.
You have to protect them.
You have to protect.
To be mature.
Yeah.
Yeah,
about it.
you have to. You understand? Even if we're kama Ben when ulikosea, at that moment you have to.
Be covered.
If she's the one who did something wrong,
I have
to cover her.
so you as Ben, because at the end of the day, your kids must know the good version of your mother.
Hata kama mlikosana ile
Hata kama alifanya nini,
like
your kids, because you can't intoxicate your kids. I mean, you can't
Right.
poison your kids by start saying ati, oh, Shiro alikuwa mtu wako hivi, oh, sijui Ben alikuwa, you don't. Huku nje inaweza fanyika, but when it comes to your kids, you have to protect.
Because yeye ni mama yake, yeye ni
Whether
baba
they like it
yake.
or not. Hata mkosanaje, and hiyo ndio kitu mwambia wase wengi. When I see guys going on social media
yeah.
and talking bad about their partners, it's really wrong. Because for me, I always say, I'll always respect that woman because she's the mother of my kids.
Whatever
nipate
happened.
wengine mademu wengine watano huko baadaye ama, it doesn't matter.
That
She's
is the mother.
Mother of your kids.
Damaging her is also damaging this baby.
Yeah. You can't do that.
They'll grow up
No,
and
you
see
can't
that.
do that.
But how do you get to that place where your maturity overweighs? Because you're human at the end of the day, whatever transpire, whatever, but then you're still human. So it's like you're doing a dance where you want to protect, but you're also human.
Heart.
Yeah.
So like how do you
Hot and bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you do
So
that dance?
That's when now you've just used a very good word. Maturity comes in because kwanza also for me it was really hard because now after everything happened, kila mtu anataka interview. So in those interviews you have to be very keen on what you're saying. Because whether you like it or not, these things will pop up one day in future and your sons will watch what you are saying.
And that's scary to think.
Yeah.
That's scary.
So you have to be very, very careful. No matter how small they are, they're growing.
Yeah.
And their friends are going to watch them.
Yeah. in school, everywhere, in church, where you guys used to hang out together, their cousins and all those things. Everyone is watching. So you need to be very careful of what you say, no matter what. And you have to cover her, no matter what.
Yeah.
And she has to cover you,
No matter what.
That's the hardest thing about divorce.
Yeah.
Because death is a closure.
Yeah.
Divorce is like a recurring wound.
Because every time you have kids,
Yeah.
and especially when you have kids.
Yeah.
I have a friend who was almost going through something similar. And one of the hardest things he was telling me he's facing is also what will people say? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Because you see, one of the hardest thing in marriage is sometimes it reaches a point. It's like you feel it's dying.
Yeah.
But there's so many elements that keeps you going.
Yeah.
And the fear of the unknown and the fear of what will people say and all those things. But I always say sometimes that's one of the biggest lie that we go through as human beings. Because it doesn't matter what people will say.
Yeah.
The reality is between the two of you. If you're willing to make sure that the marriage works, it will work. It doesn't matter what people say out here. Because they'll always say, people will
they'll
always have opinion.
Yeah.
Always.
They'll always have a narrative, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Whether, even right now when guys watch you,
Bro.
100%, yeah.
guys will be like, these guys are just pretending,
Yeah.
they are fighting, you know, all those things. So people will always have a narrative. And it's really hard. I used to flow with that narrative, making sure that I try to satisfy
the people.
But right now, after my divorce, I discovered no matter what you do, they'll still talk. So right now, doing it again, I do it in a different way.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right now, I'm just like, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What matters is between me and you.
Yeah.
If you feel this is okay, let's do it. If you feel it's not okay, let's not do it. Don't over focus on what will people
their
say.
opinions.
Yeah, their opinion.
Yeah.
And it's hard considering if you're church folks, that's
Yeah.
really hard. And you see, for me, I was one of those guys in church. I was the MC in church. Every Sunday I planned there. You get it?
Yeah.
The service.
Yes. And our church is very strict. Like, if you're divorced, pulpit kidogo.
Tricky.
Unakatazwa.
Si ati unakatazwa,
Ama kuna
but
hiyo-
kuna hiyo narrative that they don't need to tell you, but you know it's a rule. You know those rules that exist,
But you know.
but you know. So
Yeah.
mwenyewe utatoka tu kwa hiyo pulpit utajitemeza
You
mwenyewe.
utajipea.
Yeah, utajipea shughuli. So that's what matters.
Yeah.
So it happens, and it's not an easy thing.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't pray it for anyone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kwanza on top of being church folk, you're a public figure. So
That's
it's just
sad.
like layers
That
and
is
layers.
really
Hey.
hard.
My friend Baraka Mwaura, actually tulikuwa tunaongea naye kwa simu nikamwambia we are hosting you. He was so
Baraka.
excited. Amesema nikusalimie.
Yeah, najua Baraka.
He was telling me something about divorce. He told me this years ago, and he told me nobody ever gets into marriage
Hoping.
with plans for divorce.
No
Yeah.
one. No
It's
one.
never easy on anyone.
No one. That's why when it happens, it's so hard to deal with it.
Yeah.
Because you see, something that you expect, you always feel like, I'll deal with it this
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I have all these
You have like a plan.
avenues, on
Yeah.
how I can maneuver.
Yeah.
But when you're saying I do,
That's the last thing on your.
yeah, because this is your friend.
It's everything.
Yeah.
So
Next question.
so this is now question one. Maybe this should have been the
Start-
starting point,
yeah.
but that was a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good
What has been the biggest unexpected shift in your understanding of love over time? How do you over time? Nini hiyo imechange with regards to how you understand love? Wow. You can start. I'm trying
How
to
will I
think of-
explain it?
Yeah.
You know, ukiambiwa love is not a feeling. It's good on paper, but to practice it has been hard. Where you are choosing somebody when the baby comes, when you have changed, when they have changed, when there's so many transitions in your life, there are ups, there are downs, but constantly choosing that person. It's said and I knew it, but to practice it has been like the biggest thing, yeah. That I can
Wow.
say I still love you,
Still choose.
despite everything that we have been through, the ups, the downs, the transitions, the changes. I think that's been the hardest.
For me, one of my unexpected shift with regards to love is also not putting yourself first. Like you put this other person's interest first. That means sometimes you also lose your right to be right.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah.
just because you love this person so much. Yeah. It's not worth it.
You have to lose the battle to win the war. So you have to lose the battle to win the war.
You have to lose the battle to win the war.
Yes.
And for me, that is one of the things that I've come to understand in my brain, what true love is. That sometimes I don't have to be right. And you see also, I think it also stems from my upbringing, because I grew up in the homes where your folks are right. But yet again, I was very headstrong. So it's like sometimes I'd push back on my mom. Alafu sasa my mom now would push back in a dramatic way. Sasa huyu anataka kuniua. Like
I
know. Kwao. I think regionally aliniambia kitu nikamjibu, you know. Akanifukuza, and then when my dad came, huyu kijana wako anataka kuniua. I'm like, ma, hakuna, like just being dramatic, you know.
Boys are just boys. Big deviant.
So because over time I've always been very quick to stand up for what I feel is right for me, and if I'm right, I want to have it my way. But after kuingia marriage, I realized, by the way, you don't have to be right on everything. You just let some things grow. So that for me has become a huge shift.
Yeah.
For me, it's very interesting. This is very interesting. You know me, I lived with someone for 10 years.
Yeah.
And for those 10 years, I saw great shift of definition of love.
Okay.
There's the one that you guys go in with is the common normal narrative about the real definition of love. And of course, love has different connotations to it, because the Bible defines it very different. Hollywood defines it very different.
Right.
The two of you defines it
very different.
Yep.
So whenever there is a fight between the two of you, you always try to understand which definition are you using in this battle.
And sometimes even at that point, you're not even thinking about
about love.
Yeah.
So love changes. Its definition changes with a lot of things. The stages and the moments that you are in, first and foremost in marriage, whether you like it or not, the definition of love, as it were, when you guys met, will definitely change. It's not the same thing.
It's not the same.
It's not the same thing.
100%.
And that's actually our title today, When Love Transitions. So it's like senye unamkatia, senye unamuoa, senye mnapata mtoi.
Like it,
and when you guys keep, actually that's our main topic of the day, when love keeps shifting.
Because life will throw so many things at you for you to change the definition. I'm telling you the truth. When you guys kosana, that's a very big test.
Yeah.
When there's a major milestone like kids, that's a huge test. When there's no money,
that's a huge test.
That's a huge test. So all these things, it's a concoction of how you guys will end up defining what love is. The way you defined it 10 years ago and now, if you sit down and someone tells you, this is what you wrote about love and this is what you're writing about it right now, it will be totally
Two different things.
Because more so for men, our way of expressing love, sometimes, see lavidavi, is, for me, if I know I can provide, that's my sign of love.
Of love.
If I know I can protect,
that's your sign of love.
You get it? And I don't need even to say things about it. I just need to be in action with it. But sometimes now your partner feels like this guy is just nonchalant.
You don't love me.
He doesn't say anything. He doesn't show anything. He doesn't, you get it?
Yeah.
But you see, even when I'm doing that, I'm doing it out of love, like fullness of it.
Yeah.
But maybe one of you has already transitioned to something different, and the other one is not. So you'll always have a friction to bring the two of you together to have one definition
Of love.
of love. So love will be tested in so many ways. Love, for me, can be defined in different ways depending with moments and times. Of course, kuna ile what brought you together. That one will still remain and it's constant. But now in betweens, the feelings, the actions, the too small lovey-dovey things that everyone expects, they change a lot.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
Let's do this one. Is marriage the final proof of love or just the beginning of another kind of love? Is marriage the final proof of love or just the beginning of another kind of love? I definitely don't think it's the final proof of love.
Why?
It can't be it. Just because we're married, then that's the big show that you love me.
You know the most weird thing here is your definition and mine will be very different.
It will be different.
Because you see,
That's
you guys,
good.
That's actually very important.
That's perfect.
I'm on
No.
the fence on how I want to define it because
Say it like you. Say it like you.
so you guys manage and then me, I'll finish it up.
I don't think, it doesn't feel like to me it's the final proof of love. To you?
No, the other one was.
Or just the beginning of another kind of love?
I think it's the beginning of another kind of love, which will change a lot. Now, Nyambura, who's our resident therapist, she says that one of the things that causes people to break up, especially in marriages, is transitions. So, for example, when a baby comes, or when somebody loses a loved one, or even financial transition, like things were okay, they're no longer okay. So I think marriage tests your how you're going to still love this person through all these phases of transitions.
Yeah.
And so now it's for you and your partner to be very keen when there's a transition happening in your life. Mkwe very careful not to change yourselves within that setup. So I think marriage is not the final. In fact, it's not at all.
Yeah.
I think it's the beginning of another love.
Yeah.
That now will be tested through so many things. And it's whether you guys are going to fight for it and choose each other over different seasons.
What do you think?
Yeah. I think it's just the beginning because kids bring a different kind of love, man. Whenever I have kids, it's just, man, when I see my sons, I always feel like...
How old are they now?
13 and 7.
Oh,
I saw one of them the other day. Babi mbaya. Babi speaks English.
Ajik Swahili.
13 zaidi teenager sasa.
Ule ni Babi. Owen.
Hivi.
Yeah, now it's tracking.
He's such a cool kid.
You know how to group of schools and all those things.
Owen has very interesting stories. One time in Eldoret, he was telling us that growing up, how they would do the burial stuff is that akukuaga na caskets.
Hakukuwa nao.
So mtu anarushwa
So yeye
ndani.
alikuja kuona caskets.
Yeah,
I think after I grow up in Nairobi, like, hey, mnaweka kwa sanduku,
And see, such things are very important when it comes to marriage. Because there are things your partner will experience. Let me answer the question.
Yeah. Is it the final proof of love or just the beginning?
It's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Because, of course, if you're talking about the final, it means now, if people divorce, you can't marry again.
Yeah.
All those things. So it can be the final. But your kid brings something different that you feel like there's always, because again, if you get another child, you always feel like this is another new version of love. And so it can't be the final. For me, it's just a new one.
Does it change with every child? Like, for example, now after you got your firstborn, did you feel like there was a change in the way you loved your partner? And then now after the secondborn, now even that also brought with it some changes?
Yeah, because you see, like I think with every pregnancy, women behave different.
True.
So the way they behave in that pregnancy defines so many things of how you'll react even to the kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And because whether you like it or not, there are the first child, a woman is very, very attached to the child and all that.
Madness.
Your first pregnancy.
Yeah, they're so scared. Hey, amekunywa maji. Hey, amemeza maji akioga. You know those things, eh?
Yeah,
But now
that's
the
true.
second child, eh?
You're a bit carefree.
Yeah, because for you've seen it.
Yeah.
You've seen akiwa na hizo fevers. You've seen hiyo siku
Na
amekata
ako sawa.
kuvapu. You know those things, eh?
Yeah.
So you've seen that.
Yeah.
And then after you're not panicking kama ajabap, unajua atabap. Because you know the first child you're like, hey, ajabap, what's gonna happen? You know, all those things, shingles, sijui nini, all those things happening. But the second
It's true,
child,
actually.
it's more of, I've seen this before.
Yeah. There's
So
an
not-
experience.
Yeah, it's an experience.
Yeah.
So you find even the second child, the first child, adema anaweza kuwa very protective of the child paka unafeel kama wewe unafungiwa nje
Umekuwa
kama,
hapo.
kama the husband. But the second one unapatanga anakuachia. And the more anakuachia, the more you become so attached without knowing. So it depends a lot
on
how she'll behave.
Okay.
You get? So it depends. If she's too attached even to the second number to the third, then it's just different. But if the first one alikuwa so attached, the second one unapatanga ame loosen up. Actually loosen up. Na wewe nayo unaanza ku experience who you be different. Ama unaanza ku feel as a man, maybe the first one you are not there, you are busy and all that. But the second one you feel I miss so many milestones.
I need to be present.
I need to be present. So you'll find wewe mwenyewe unaanza ku behave different.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it differs.
Yeah.
It's not like the same.
Different kids.
Yeah, it's not like the same, whether they like it or not. It's not like the same. But it doesn't mean that you love one more than the other.
The other,
Yeah.
It's
okay.
just the way you behave towards them.
Yeah.
And even them, they'll sense it.
Yeah. So
That's
by the time we
interesting.
get to our 8th,
Aye,
tutakuwa tume
now I'm
experience
having
love
two
differently.
mwisho.
Mnapata ngapi?
Wawili.
8.
8
8 iko sawa, sio wewe?
8 iko
8 iko sawa
sawa.
bana.
8 is a good number. 8 is
Aya,
a
go.
good number.
It's your turn.
What surprised you the most about how love looks after the honeymoon phase?
What's
Actually, you start. What surprised you the most about how love looks like after the honeymoon phase? Ooh.
You see, when you're still in the honeymoon phase, whether they like it or not, it's just full of lies. Whether they like it or not. Full of so
It's
many
not
lies.
honest.
It's not honest. Just full of so many lies. But now, reality hits in kwanza as a man that you have a lot of responsibility. Because this person, your partner, becomes like your child, whether you like it or not. You just have to be responsible. And responsibility comes with a lot of expectation. Because now she'll start expecting things like, hey, you're the man, you're the nini. And the way she puts across, the way she says it, defines a lot on how you'll act. Because men, you always feel like wewe ndo simba. Unafaa kuguruma. But ukumbuke hata kawe ni simba umechukua partner na pia hii partner anataka kujua ni wapi mnaenda. So they'll start asking you real questions. Because you see, in the honeymoon phase you can lie. Utadanganya, tutaenda tuishi Runda, tutaenda tuishi. But now mmepita
Seriously, tunaishi wapi?
sasa ndio sasa wapi sasa?
Tunaishi wapi?
Nilisema rungai.
Where are we?
Actually, that's so true. That's so
Sasa,
true.
kuna hiyo-
Nilikwambia runda.
So you know, true reflection. Where are we?
Yeah.
And where are we headed? And then, as a man, kuna ile talking face na kuna ile now putting actions to it. Because now she start ashajua ushamwambia. And akuanza kuona actions.
Execute.
Na milestones ina happen. Na ndakuona tushaanza kushika hii barabara. So sasa hiwezi danganya anymore.
Yeah.
So
It's your true self.
Yeah. So that is one of the biggest changes because
That's true,
now
actually.
you start understanding udema kuwa na joke.
Yeah.
Alikuwa serious.
Yeah.
Anataka hii kitu.
Yeah.
Na one thing about women when they want it, man.
Yeah.
They want it.
When they want it, it's like there's a drive inside there. And then men, most of the time, you always remain as a boy. We bado tu kuna ile ufala bado uko nazo. So you need her aanze kukupush vitu zingine ze happen. No matter how much self-driven you are, there are some things that you feel like hizo ni zako personal, but hizi now zina entail for us to ending up having a family.
Yeah.
And ending
that's
up
true.
going to the right direction.
Yep.
And whether they like it or not.
That is true.
Women are very good at it.
Yeah.
Extreme.
Yeah,
Whether
that's
they like it or
true.
not. Shida women ni moja. Once you promise, bro, you have to
Keep
deliver.
it.
And
That's actually very
delivering,
true.
how awananga delivering ya time? Hawananga ti, nilikwambia next year saa kama saini. Anakwambia ulisema. Utafanya. So do it.
Yeah.
So at that moment is when you realize now
Hatuko honeymoon.
tuko honeymoon
You know, it's
phase
interesting
now.
because when we were at our honeymoon in Cape Town, I told her I'll be taking her to Cape Town every year.
That's JOYRIDE. Na bado nangoja.
Ndio hiyo sasa bro. Ndio hiyo sasa. It's
Nangoja.
so easy man.
Yeah.
Juzi nilipeleka Rumuruti.
So is it then the ukiwa honeymoon, just be honest, because it's, I think mtu izisema, I want to believe that honest men said, I don't think you were saying ati kunidanganya or just to fill my head with things.
Yeah.
I think
No, I think all of you at that moment muko si ati amko honest, but kuna kitu there's something blurring your vision at that moment.
Yeah.
So you're just seeing here. So at that moment
Harmony reality.
Harmony reality. So you're just seeing, because the mood, the feeling, everything is just so perfect. You don't have to spoil the mood.
actually it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Usilete hapa mambo tena ya budget. Up Cape Town.
Cape Town hapa. So
Unacheza
everything
nini?
is so, you don't want to be
Yeah.
apatipupa. Unataka wacha vitu
Butterflies
ziflow.
and sunshine.
Wacha vitu ziflow venye zinaenda. So you're just flowing in the moment. So it's not like that you are a liar ama you, because in real sense, when he said it, he wanted to do it.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It's like campaign season, you know. you say anything, you know. We'll give all of you chapos.
But, yes.
But then may God give you then the grace to execute.
Oh yeah.
Because
But
bado
bado
nitadai.
nakupeleka. Si visa yako bado iko intact.
Ewe.
Cape Town
Hakuna
unaenda.
visa, hakuna
Aya,
visa.
hakuna visa Cape Town.
Okay.
Aya, go.
So what do you think is harder? Staying in love that has changed or choosing to walk away? Wow, that's a
Kai.
tough question.
That's a tough one.
What is harder? Staying in love that has changed? Maybe now this is the person that you're with. Now they've changed. This is not the person you married. Or choosing to walk away? Which one
What's
is
harder?
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like either would be hard.
I'd say choosing to walk away is harder.
Me too.
Yeah, choosing
Choosing to walk
is
away
hard.
is harder.
Because you see, when the love that you're in is becoming complicated, as a man, you know, us, we are logical human beings. We always feel like you can always find a solution to it. You can always find a solution to it. Walking away is really hard, considering it depends with the moment. But if you're still talking about a family, you have kids and all that, it's really hard.
It's
to walk
hard,
away.
yeah.
It's really hard to walk away. You always feel like there's hope that you cling on, knowing that no matter how hard it is,
It can be solved.
yeah. There's that hope that you cling on to. Because
Yeah.
walking away now depends with the extremes
Of the situation.
of the situation. Because if your partner becomes violent, you see
Violent,
those are
yeah.
things
Yeah.
you can't say that.
I can't stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, if you're talking about these normal complications in marriage, I think walking away is really hard.
Really hard.
I don't know. Maybe it's because men, we always feel like
Unataka
nothing is hard.
kushikilia.
I have to fight for it. I have to make, because
Yeah.
even when you're
It's
talking to
true,
your
actually.
boys, they always tell you, hey, Owen, jaribu. Kwetu pia
Yeah.
ni ngumu, si rahisi, lakini kama mwanaume, lazima ujikakamue, lazima
Ujikaze.
You get it?
Yep.
I don't know. I would love to hear her
perspective.
I think
because-
walking away it is hard, for sure. Walking away is hard, but I'm thinking about it from like a love that keeps changing, and it's changing in a direction that you
didn't want.
didn't want. You know, like it can change, and like fine, it's like the usual turbulence, and you're fine. You can weather it, but if it changes to a direction that you don't want, then that becomes even hard, because like the thing about marriage, or at least like my marriage, say for example, is that everything is intertwined with that marriage. Like my whole thing
Existence.
is not existence, but like it's intertwined with a lot of things. So if it starts going in a direction that I don't want, I feel like that will also be really hard to kind of stay in that marriage. That's why I'm saying both are really tough.
But you've listened to her perspective, eh? Because for us men, it's more like no matter how hard it is, there's always a solution to
The
it.
solution. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because if I wanted to ask is it easier if both parties are willing to make it work? Is it easier?
It is. But like, sometimes maybe what it takes for it to work is like a whole self-change. Like, say, for example, you need to change maybe who you have become, say, for example. And then now that becomes really hard because it's like you doing a whole 360 of your entire life. Are you willing to make that sacrifice for the marriage?
So then the other question is, what happens if only one person wants it to work?
Of course, when you're talking about one person, just know it's dead.
It's dead.
There's nothing to work
Yeah.
because it needs both of you. Whether you like it or
Yeah.
not, it just needs both of you for it to work.
Yeah, that's true.
But unless we're talking about, there are those kind of marriages, I'm a love that is more of a master and a servant. So a servant has no say.
Yeah.
So if they don't want, if they want, they have no option. They have to stay in.
Right.
So the master now has no hizo options za kuambiwa ati these are multiple choice between working and not working. Him is just doing
whatever the master feels like.
Yeah. If you're talking about that, then
it's dead.
of course it will work. But if you're talking about the two of you wanting to make it work, and all of you are so invested into it, it means now it can't be one who wants it more than the other.
Yeah,
it must be the both of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Do you think love matures or do we just learn to compromise differently? Do you think love matures or we just learn to compromise differently?
I would say both.
Yeah, me too.
I would say both.
Explain, guys.
I would say it really matures because the more you I think, I hope that question is not here.
Yeah.
One of the most stupid things that we always lie to ourselves is that you need to know someone for so long before you get married to them.
Right.
You'll never know them. You'll never know them.
Because because does somebody
changes?
Do you see a different version of them?
Yeah.
You get
You change a lot.
even you change and then they
change.
So,
exactly.
Going back to the question was?
Do you think love matures or we just learn to compromise?
So love really matures. And the more it matures, the more the both of you change. And the maturity is very, very different from what people think it is. Because now you start understanding your partner in a very different way and start understanding what she likes and what she doesn't like. And these are the things that you used to see other couples do, and you're like, how do they tolerate that? But once you're in, you discover they tolerate it because it's needed.
Yeah.
It has to be. Things have to change for it to work. But even what excites you when you're young, or when you've just met, is very different from what excites you when you guys have been together for like 4 or 5 years.
That's true. That's very
Even
true.
your conversations. So many things change and matures to a different level.
Yeah.
And even how you behave, or right now I know if you go back and check your first episode, how you behave,
of course.
it's very
That's
different.
so true.
So all those things mature.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, the compromise again must be there. You must compromise a lot.
A lot.
Like, what?
Does that mean lowering your standards? Is that what compromise looks like?
I think compromise is what he had said earlier, that you lose a battle to win the war. So
Yes.
yeah, you're okay with being wrong because there's a bigger picture in mind. Yeah, for me, I think that's what compromise is.
When you're talking about lowering your standards,
Yeah. So the standards zinakonga zimekuwa for the men especially,
for women.
Mwanaume anafaa kuwa hivi. Usikaliwe, usiambiwe kitu.
Usisimp,
Alafu women tunaambiwa you're supposed to be with this kind of a man who does this for you, who does this for you, like you're just like a baby girl.
Yeah, but we see like most guys would come. So like there's a program we do in church called Daraja. It's for people who are dating with the hopes of getting married. So one day we got a married couple from the Daraja. And they said that there is a way, the husband now was confessing the way he was being injected huku nje, asisimp, asikue aje. And then he started watching Joyride. He's like, okay, so I can be like this and and sustain a marriage. And so that's why I was asking Owen, does it mean when you start to compromise some things, or when you start to adjust to your
Partner's
setup,
liking.
to your partner's liking, is that the simping that that keeps being injected all the time?
You see, with simping is very different, and compromise is very different, because the simping part, I think, is more of when you guys are meeting and you want to know each other, but I'm sure to those kind of commitments. But now, the one I'm talking about is now you're deep in marriage, because all these questions depends who is asking. If you're deep in marriage, man, there are things you have to compromise.
Yeah.
But for it to work, man,
Yeah.
How could a choice? There's no choice.
So much you
Yeah.
have to compromise. Problem comes in on how did you guys start?
That's a good one.
If you guys started in a different, because most of the time, all of us want different things. Whatever a woman wants now is very different with what she'll want maybe in 5 years' time.
That's true.
For example, I always say maybe your generation is different.
Yeah.
Our generation was hardest hit because we were in transition of being a real African man and being a modern man. This
You
was
sat
happening.
in that transition.
Yes, because how I saw my dad running his marriage,
Yeah.
if I come and apply it,
Yo. I don't even think you'll be married in the first place.
if you try and
You won't
apply
get to
it
the
now,
aisle.
it's really hard.
Yeah.
But you see, this is what you saw.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's so easy because it's a lesson that no one sat you down, but everyone made sure you saw. So now you're meeting someone who grew up Ubabini.
And love.
People hear them, they speak back to their parents.
their
they have a
value, their opinion is
conversation.
valued.
Yeah.
Masomo kwanza wana value to another level. Wewe ulisoma tu kumaliza ndio huko. So you're meeting this person,
Yeah.
and for them the definition of marriage is totally different.
Yeah.
So for us, we were in a very huge transition because we were like the last real African, that tag of a real African man.
Yeah.
We were like the last.
The definition
breed.
of that,
Yes.
yeah.
Now, your mother didn't go to school.
Yeah.
Your mother didn't go to work.
Oh, yeah.
Your father was working
Yeah.
and was doing all these things. And he was like the real definition of an African man. You must provide, you must protect, and doing all these things. Your mother, of course, at that moment, is just a housewife and all
Stayed
that.
home, took care of the
doing
kids.
everything in the
Now
house.
you're going to marry someone who is a career woman.
In fact,
And a high
in fact,
flying.
it make it worse or make it a bit different. The guy now, maybe you lose your job.
Bro, wacha tufike hapo.
Yeah, okay.
Sasa, when you're meeting this person, their definition of marriage is very different because they're so modernized to a level whereby even for you, it's like you're playing catch up. But at the same time, they still feel they need an African man because that narrative of an African man is always very attractive to women because it has a connotation of a strong man,
Secure.
and all these things. But it's like you want to custom-made it to a level whereby you want to drop the dark side of the African man because African man had their own dark side.
Yep.
You get?
Yeah.
And the dark side can be very extreme.
Yeah.
But you want the strong side of the African man, but you don't want the extreme side of the African man. So you, as the African man now in this situation, balancing
Those two. That dance.
can be really, really hard.
Yeah.
Because you're not meant to cry. You're not meant to come kila siku na
You didn't
mashida
see your
zako
dad
na-
crying.
You never saw your dad cry.
Yeah.
And maybe she fell in love with you because you are this, you understand, Shaka Zulu.
Yeah.
The man from Timbuktu.
Huyo sasa.
The warrior.
Manza anahaka kila asubuhi,
Mensa mwenyewe. And now This Shakazul is here now trying to cry.
Things have crumbled.
The guy from Timbuktu.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this modern woman, she's doing things that you didn't see your mom doing.
She's excelling in the workplace. She's earning more than the man.
And apart even from that, she's not washing the dishes.
Mm-hmm.
She's not cooking.
Like the gender roles now.
You get
That
it?
one is big.
Yeah.
You get it? So for you, it's a hard transition. For both of you, it's not even you alone. For both of you, it's really hard because you have to find a balance whereby how she was brought up vis-a-vis how you're brought up.
Yep.
It's really hard.
It's tricky.
And even your vision of how marriage should be and her vision, bringing them together is really hard. How you want your kids to grow up. I'm telling you the truth. If ingekuwa ni mimi kwa boy should have kuwa sana. My boys right now are in very good schools. Mimi, for me, go to a school. But
Unapata wanafanya taekwondo, you know?
wanasema nini? They are doing things unasikia wana trips New Zealand
wanaenda majuu. Kwani watu waliacha kuenda museum, you know?
Wenda unanyoka hapa museum na uweke kwa shingo na upige dulu.
Archives bana, waone gazeti ya kwanza.
Mkunywe soda, bottlers and life goes on. So that transition, as for us, was really hard. Because most of us, unapata tumekam na Mbukinya. Mbukinya ikatuacha country bus.
Tumeingia the city.
Tumeingia city. Tumefight
Battles.
all these things. We were in the trenches
Yeah.
to achieve what we
You've
achieved.
achieved.
And then you meet this woman who tells you now they want to elevate you to another level. Even for you, before even you settle down with her, you always feel like the life that I went through, I don't want my kids to go
through it again. Completely.
But you see, sometimes that's a discussion for another day. Sometimes we make the wrong choices in a way.
Yeah.
So valuing the two kind of lives and bring them together and merging them together is one of the huge challenges.
I agree.
So sometimes people say you should marry your class.
Yeah.
You should marry
Don't
people
date
who,
out of your league.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when talking about standards, that's another thing. That's another thing. Because for you, what you may feel like is below your standard, maybe it's normal for her. That's what she expects from you.
Yeah.
And for you, what you feel like you want her to be this kind of a person, she feels like you're lowering her standards. So before you get there, you need to have a very, very deep discussion. Young people right now, whenever I meet them, I always say that decision will determine a lot.
I agree. I agree.
Because choosing a partner is one of the hardest things.
And it's also the most life-changing decisions you'll ever make.
The generation that will come after you will
Yes.
be determined by the traumas you go through in that marriage.
Yeah.
Because you will transfer them.
The
to your
traumas,
child.
you'll transfer the traumas.
Yeah.
You will, whether you like it or
In
not.
short, you're going to transfer them to another whole generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
That's a huge responsibility.
That is
though.
huge.
Yeah.
Nice one.
You're
But
next.
it's interesting.
Yeah,
Owen,
sana. It's Owen.
Nice one.
So is it then don't date out of your league? Is it stick within your lane?
No. I always say this. Once you date out of your league, you need to be very, very compromising person.
To have a mind shift.
You need to have a mind
You need
shift.
to have a mind
If you've
shift.
decided ni hapa na
Yeah, you
yeah,
need to
yeah.
have a mind shift. Because you can't date out of your league and expect everything to be bent for you.
For you, yeah.
But is the mind shift only coming from the person dating above?
Both.
Or
From
it-
low,
both.
from
it can
low
also-
up.
It also needs to come from the one who's up.
Yes.
Lower.
Yeah. Because there's some nonsense you'll see in this person you're dating who is lower.
I love where you're like,
You have to tolerate those nonsense.
like, what is this nonsense?
You have to tolerate those nonsense.
Yeah.
And for you, there are some things you'll be like, so what is that?
Yeah.
And then you ask yourself, will you match up or you can't match?
Mm.
Yeah. So those are things that I always say it's not a bad thing. Because I've seen so many of my friends, most of my friends, let me just be honest, most of my friends not all come. And all of them will marry the city girls. And you see
Their
it's
lives
working.
okay.
So it just depends on how much you're willing to compromise.
Compromise,
Okay.
yeah.
That's a good one. What's the question?
I like that conversation.
Very deep.
It's my question, eh?
Yeah.
How has love challenged what you were taught or believed growing up?
What did?
How has love challenged what you were taught or believed growing up?
So I give my example. The one I say that I grew up, you're not supposed to talk back even when you feel like you're right. And now when I came into marriage, I came with the same mindset at first that, hey, lazima, kama mi niko right. And then eventually you start realizing this is the person you chose, this is the person you love. It's the thing you said, you lose a battle to win the war. So that for me was a serious mind shift based on how I saw it. I experienced it growing up. Shiro?
Are you able to do the question, Owen?
How has love challenged what you were taught or believed growing up?
I think being a city girl and a modern woman, I believed submission is like a terrible thing. And it's like I equated submission with oppression.
Oh.
So anytime someone would say, before I got married or before I met Ben, even when we were young in dating, I always equate, whenever that word submission would come up, I would be ready to fight because I don't want to get oppressed. I don't want to, like, I've worked so hard. I have gone to good schools. Yeah, like, I've built this whole thing for a man to come and tell me,
obey.
Yeah, I'm like, that's nonsense.
Yes, sir. General.
But I think being in love with this guy has redefined what submission is, because it's not oppression. It's a posture of the heart where you respect him, you love him enough to believe in his direction and believe in, like, this is where he wants this family to go, and, like, believe in him enough to follow him. So I think it's more of a posture of the heart.
Yeah, that's not, and I can testify. And
I think
can testify.
But the virtue God said that a woman should submit and a man should love.
Yeah.
I think God knew how hard is it for a man to love and how hard
For a woman to submit.
it is for a woman to submit.
It is.
Kwanza, as modern, like, to submit, I think that word is still very...
Because I think it's so easy for men to submit. Have you ever seen my driver masonko ama followers or politicians? Msana tumwanga sweta na kimbia mbio
one
ingine kwa
time.
gari
And it's
anarudi.
not a big deal.
You've noticed that. And it's not a big deal. Even in the office, men tend to submit a lot. Because I think it's not easy to explain that to anyone and say men submit, but it's within us.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so hard to tell a man to love. Because men, you see, for us, everything is more logical. So when you want us to become mushy and all that, sometimes it's really hard. Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah.
But you have to. Because hii ni mayai umechukua.
Yeah.
Hii mayai lazima ujue. Ndio inje imekauka lakini ndani.
Very
Ikianguka chini. You get it?
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
as a man, you have to have that tender side of you. It's not easy, but you have to.
Yeah.
Women at the same time, submission, because women love.
Yeah.
Women love.
It comes
do.
naturally.
It's come naturally with them.
Yeah.
They do.
But now, when it comes to submission, they're like, sasa hii ni gani? But God anakwambia, you have to submit.
Submit.
Because of the modern ones, eh?
Yes.
But it's easier with
Dicey.
someone you love and you
For me,
respect.
I think partly nikuanisha answer hii question. Partly. Because if you consider how I believed growing up what love is,
Yeah.
and how nilikuja nikakuwa twisted.
Uliingia Nairobi.
Niliingia Nairobi nikapata vitu ni very different kwa ground.
Was it hard?
Kwa just.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. Okay. It's interesting. Before I met my ex, before I got married, I remember, you remember Kaberere?
Yeah.
So Kaberere used to alikwendanga mseo shago. Because mi bado nilikuwa, honestly mi nilikuwa mseo shags after mi ni mtu wa Eastern. So unajua hizo combination mbili. It's just like the worst combination. It's like the worst combination.
Go to the New Islands.
Man, it's like the worst combination. So one of the most weird things Kaberere tried to do is to hook me up with another Kababi girl.
Yeah.
Who right now, she still exists.
Yeah.
She's in the gospel industry. So Kaberere tried so much to hook us up.
Yeah.
Man, it was yani ushaona ule
Chaos.
ushaona chaos.
Uko na album ya Lucky Dube.
Ushaona chaos. Because first and foremost, I have a very strong accent, a very strong lawyer accent, and then I try kuongea Shen. Sasa tufike hata kizungu. Unajua bado tena najifunza Shen.
Ni babi anaongea English.
Na leo umefanya Tiambo.
Mtu unaongea demu umevaa Tiambo.
Tiambo.
You try, you really try. Sasa, and you're trying so hard to match up.
Yeah.
And the chick was very understanding. She was so easy and all that. But mimi mwenyewe nijichuja because bro. Hapo unajaribu kulima na mbuzi na watu wanalima na ng'ombe. What is vitu? So I used to disappear. The chick calls Kabere, she's like, bese yako.
Ni mbaya.
Nini mbaya na yeye? Mimi niko tu, Kabere jo. Hapa ni no.
About mission.
So slowly nikaanza kumake chapa here and there. So I started training myself.
Right.
I remember the first time nilijitrain kukula na uma na kijiko. Unajua? It was at Wimpy. Kuna restaurant ilikuwa inaitwa Wimpy.
Yeah, I remember Wimpy.
Yeah.
So nikaenda Wimpy nikisha sose mbili. Na chipo.
Hata Wimpy ilikuwa fast food.
Yeah, it was fast food.
Nikisha sose mbili. Sose kuslide. Unajua?
Sharudi kwa counter.
Uko zile za niokote nirudishe kwa sahani nifanyaje? Na niko zile za hapana. Leo nimekuja hapa lazima nikule na kijiko na uma na kisu. Hakuna venye atinda kuja hapa nimekuja kujitrain. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Man, I had to train myself. Nikajitrain. So by the time I was meeting now these other girls in my life and all that, most of them ilifika mali paka hata wako wanajua mimi msee nimegrow shags and all that.
Yeah.
But
eventually when they start now mkianza serious relationship, they'll discover. You know, you can only sugarcoat it for a while.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
But now mkianza kujua na ile kabisa, they'll discover. They'll just know that this guy kwanza na shule ulisoma, ulikuja Nairobi lini.
Au unavyo umechinja hiyo kuku. Kwanza umechinja.
So there are all these things.
Yeah.
Which adapting was not easy. But I always thank God because I decided to learn.
Yeah.
I invested myself to learn and adapt in so many ways to a level whereby it figured a point now we are like at par because now music now ilinipeleka to great heights and exposure.
Yeah.
I traveled to so many countries.
God open.
To a level whereby hata sasa wenye wamegura Nairobi sasa mimi nimewapita because pale exposure pale
It's
nimepelekwa.
true, yeah.
Niko levels zingine nimeona vitu za ajabu nimeona you get it? And I always thank God for that. So by the time you come to that decision that you feel like, should I date within my spectrum ama should I date higher ama should I date lower, mi sikuwa na hiyo kitu. Mi nilimitu mtu and then nika realize we are together na vitu zina flow, but eventually you start realizing, bro, you have to make a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
That's very good and very funny.
Go.
Umevaa Tiambo. So this question is, have you ever loved someone deeply and still know you are not meant to be with them long term?
Yeah.
Has happened to you?
Yeah.
Has happened to you? You loved somebody deeply, but you know that
Yeah.
this person was just not right for you. Yeah, give us an example or a scenario.
There's a chick watu wanawatch tu sahi lakini sawa.
Hakuna jina, so mtu hawezi sema ni yeye.
So there's a chick we were together in the entertainment industry. She was not more of a gospel musician, but we're just in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And I think we really loved each other. But we could tell
It's not going.
our paths don't align.
Yeah.
But the love,
Yeah. It was deep.
very deep. But I could tell that by the time I was getting ready maybe to settle and all that, for her, it's just her career picking up. And she's like, I love you, but there are so many things that I know if right now we decide to settle and we decide to get married and all that, it will block me from
Pursuing
achieving the things that I want to achieve.
Oh, yeah.
So we agreed to part ways, but
It was hard.
It was really hard. Looking back, you always feel like,
Yeah.
That was
that was a real lie. You know that?
But didn't it ever like occur to you that maybe I can change her? Because that's what now a lot of people tend to
always
think.
try. You always try as a man, because the longer you're there, the more you think you're driving your point home. That you're trying to change her mind to believe that she can still achieve all those things.
But with you in the picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
But eventually, even me, I realized it would be very, very hard. Because at that time, the gospel industry was very difficult. And it was really hard for you to explain to anyone that maybe
Eat a pig.
You're dating somebody who looks like they're not in your side. Hey, that would have been big drama. It is so intense.
That was the issue. That was the issue. Because it was more of the branding.
Got it.
Yeah. So
Hey, no,
and
man.
we really tried. We were together for like 2 or 3 years, and it was chini ya maji. We really tried.
That must have been hard.
Basi hiyo mlificha.
Tulificha sana.
That must have been
and
hard.
we were so in love. We were so in
yeah.
love. But now, eventually, you're like,
Later work.
yeah. Because
That must have
even
been hard.
the calling,
Yeah.
the careers, the perception,
Yeah.
and all these things. And then even for her, and eventually, by then she went and achieved whatever she wanted to achieve. So even right now, when you have a conversation, I always say,
Yeah.
You did
good for
it.
you are right.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I
Have you? You've never been in such
No.
a situation
I don't know. Love deeply
Mm.
with someone.
that you know this was not meant to be? I've shared my story here before. I also dated. Mine was not even moja. Mara mob unakatia dem. Unajua tu you're
Hata
not.
zile za nini za kwanza hata hizo. Wala zile
Yeah.
una feel za
Zangu ni hizo za kwanza.
Hata na hizo
So
una feel za
I don't
kwanza.
feel like I love
Deep,
them
deep,
deep.
deep.
Unajua when you're talking about deep, nile paka mmefika decision now, you're thinking about marriage. You're thinking about settling together. You're thinking about
Mrs. Zidane
because
imefika
now
point.
that's very deep. Because the moment you feel like now I'm willing to spend the rest of my life
Huo
with
ni
this
mtu
person.
umependa.
Unajua kuna zile tu
Yeah.
ni zile
Okay.
malavi za
Then if
kawaida.
ka unasema hizo deep where
Mnachokeshana
you-
after 3
Yeah,
weeks.
mi-
mmetext,
hizo zangu ni hizo.
mmecall, mmeshachokeshana.
Oh,
hizo.
but kama ni deep to a point of almost
Yeah, because
marriage,
you're talking
I
about-
haven't.
I don't know what extent she's asking, ama he is asking, but I can imagine they're talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah, deep.
I
that
think
deep.
The way
so.
the way you've explained
That
it.
deep.
Wow. Hey, that would have been good drama though. Get trend your time.
Bro, you know right now, you guys are, everything is so lenient. You know right now, you guys, mnaweza fanya anything.
Yeah.
For us, it was really hard.
It was hardcore. You know, I remember like there was one time you performed at in fact I remember I was shocked as a Christian. You performed at a Colibads concert. Colibads was coming to Kenya. And then they put
That
that
was
Dio
bad.
and
It was
it
humble.
was drama. It
was drama.
From who? From the Christian space?
From the Christian community.
You know, for us, these things that people are doing right now, hasn't gonna happen.
I'm gonna survive.
No, I'm telling you the truth. For us, we set up perform. Hata event tu iko hapo katikati. Wacha event ile ati event tu iko katikati. Wacha na club. Event iko tu hapo katikati ati Nameless is doing his launch home and kumsupport as an artist.
Viboko.
Hawezi enda.
Haiwezi.
What?
Drama.
It was really hard.
I remember
Si
even
kama
hata
sahi.
tukiambiwa shule sasa unaona venye as artists are getting lost, stop listening to that Owen.
Yes.
Alafu mkiwa class mnasema yes unaenda home amedrop one day. Hey, you're sick.
So
Hey,
it was tough. So can you imagine now that I'm presenting a chick?
Who is
la,
not
la, la,
gospel?
Wangekutolea hadi
Haunge
hivyo.
survive.
Ungekuwa kwa sermons za
But who
pastors.
was your biggest audience at that time? Ilikuwa Christian community ama it was mass in general?
No, you see, for us, it was more of the Christian community
Okay.
because Christianity is hard. You see, most of the same people that you feel like they are the Christian community, they still listen to these other songs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they always
They'll
want
go to that concert.
But they always want you to remain
They want you to
where
stay
they,
here.
yeah,
Don't mix it like that.
don't
because,
mix. But them they can.
because even when people do the Spotify raps, I only see myself, it's Ben Psycho.
Yeah,
And
Ruga.
maybe Ruga or
Yeah.
Ben Soul or Charisma.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, same
Yes.
audience. But if they ever hear you sound with them.
So we
That's
used to
hypocritical.
imagine that our huge audience, of course, was in the church.
Okay. Yeah.
So for us, we had to abide. To
Yeah. So you had
Yeah.
to protect that.
Nice.
Thank God those days are gone. Okay.
They're still here.
Really?
Or people still do TikToks and crazy.
What did the end of your marriage teach you about love? Or if your marriage ended, what would it teach you about love?
Let me start with Owen. 'Cause I've never thought about like the end of
This
our
one-
marriage.
this one doesn't think about such things.
Love figures a point that if you're not careful, you can declare it died.
While still in the marriage,
Yeah.
Ama. Oh,
If you're not careful, you can declare it's dead.
but you're still married to each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah. Because you've seen so many transitions to a level whereby you don't know if this a dead thing or a phase of the transition to something else. So the transitions, because there's always a gap. You see the way there's Old Testament, there's a gap. And then so the transition doesn't happen like
It doesn't overlap.
intertwine and teaming, ingine imetoka overlap. There's a gap. This thing happened. You feel like this phase has ended. Then in between here, there's that stalemate. It's like you're rethinking. Should I still continue fighting for this?
Or should you let go?
Or should I let it go?
And that's where the decision is made.
In
that.
between. So that transition, it can make you feel like your love is dead. It's completely dead. Because it's during this transition moment that you need to re-energize yourself and say, okay, let me go back to the drawing room and think about this and address it and say, let's call everyone on the table and discuss
fix
about it. Or you're like, no, I've been here so many times.
I can't.
Man, this is just because every now and then it's just the same cycle. We go round, we come back here. We go round, we come back here. So exactly at that moment is when now the devil speaks to you. And now, because it's like when you're both together, because the Bible says the two shall become one. I think when you're both together in understanding, in spirit, and in all those things, I always feel like there's a cover. God gives you a very huge cover. But the moment you start parting ways, it goes back to the Garden of Eden, whereby Adam was somewhere else, Eve was somewhere else, the devil came in between and advised.
That's a good analogy.
You're the one who's removing their own cover.
Yes. So this gap can make you feel like it's dead. And if you ever like doing it again, you always try as much as possible to avoid these gaps.
So how does a couple who's here make sure they don't go like this?
It's during the transitions. Because the transitions defines a lot of things. When you guys start fighting about who's going to pick the child from the school, it can be a very small thing. Small, you know what is the battle of kitu kubwa. It's a small thing. But the moment I tell you should go and pick our son from the school, wewe utaanza kujiuliza, kwani mimi ndo siko busy? Anaona mimi ndo siko busy. Yeye ndo ako busy. So ana despise kazi yangu. Ana kazi yangu mimi nikaa tu kuongea kwa microphone. So siko busy. So yeye anaona venye anaenda kwa ofisi, yeye ndo ako busy.
Yeye ndio ako busy.
You get it? And then pia unaanza. No, but unajua ni poa, mnaanza. It's as simple as that. And then from there, bado mna debate about this one, school fees imetokea. Hamko in a position to pay. Ama unasema, we lipa this time.
Nitashughulikia next time.
You know those things, eh?
Yeah.
And then as time goes by, because every couple is gonna different challenges.
It's true.
As time goes by, unapata mmeacha so many things zika pile up. In this transition phase. Because the transition phase happens as in a same interval. You can't say it happens in 1 year. Because you'll change. And you can change in 3 months. You can change in 6 months.
6 months.
You can change in 6 years. But change is imminent. Change is inevitable. So during those changes, and the worst thing is, you can change and you'll find him flat foot. He's not expecting you to change.
That's so true.
At all.
Yeah.
And so for him, it's like, now how should I behave? How should I approach it? So those moments are the ones that create the gap. It's not a gap. Is not like at you guys fought last night and
Yeah.
then
It's not like a big thing that happened.
Sitting room. No.
Yeah.
Transition happens. It's so subtle
Yeah.
that it's really hard even for you to know it's happening.
Mm.
But it's a build-up of something to a level whereby she feels now she needs to change.
Mm.
It's a build-up of something. So it must become like a mountain for you guys to feel like, now, tunafaa to break hii mountain to cross ama tuipita tu venye iko. So that's the problem that so many people do. Most of us tunafinga tunasema acha tuiruke tu venye iko. Na venye mnairuka hapo chini mmeacha so many things. Zitakaa mtu bado.
You left an unresolved conflict.
Zinakaa mingi tu mbele bado. Ama
Ziko na
zibaki
nini?
hapo, mtazunguka mtairudi mtaipata hapo. Na sasa by time mnarudi kuipata hapo, it's become bigger.
Bigger. Because imesit.
Yes. So at that moment is when now you are like, but I've been through this. Nimeongea about hii kitu, nimeambia udemi hii kitu, aski sasa turudi to the same thing. Na pia she's like, this guy will never change.
Yeah.
This guy is just the same guy. This guy, I tell him this and that. You know, all those things.
Yeah.
So that is one of the biggest problems. And the moment you feel like you're not willing to address it, and sasa unaamwanga, inafika mahali,
you're too tired.
You're tired, and then you go in your own cocoon, or you go in your own cave. And then this cave, as a man, you always feel like, I'll figure it out. Unfortunately, you're going deeper into the cave. You're going deeper into the cave.
By isolating.
Yes. And then that car light, kana wakanga hapo kwa cave,
Kana dim.
Kana dim.
Because you're going deeper and deeper and
then
deeper.
You go deeper and you umesink uko ndani kabisa. Even for her, she can't come and help you. She can't get you out.
Uko in too deep.
So when that thing happens, for her, she's like, this guy is resenting me. Now you're in your own thoughts. And then for you, you're like, she doesn't care. If it's working or it's not working, then this thing is dead.
Let me ask you a personal question. You can choose to answer or not. Did you guys ever do therapy?
Yeah.
Couples therapy?
Yeah.
Was it now after the mountain had piled up or?
No, in between.
In between.
Yeah. We had sorry to say this, but I know church tunanipiga. But kulikuwa na hiyo moment ya you decide to have like professional
help
therapy.
Yeah.
Na kuna church therapy.
Yeah.
Because whether you like it or not,
church
folks msiniwe. Sometimes I feel like pastors kuna vitu wapendi ku address.
Yeah.
Ama kuna vitu they can be so deep to a level whereby you feel like even if I tell my pastor, ataniambia tu nisome Bible.
Shetani ashindwe.
Nahitaji science hapa.
Shetani ashindwe.
You get it? So for us, we were in that situation. We were like, we have to apply both.
Yeah. And that's
Kuna
wisdom.
situation you feel like hii nanidile therapy very
professional with the right tools.
Yes. Na kuna hii ya church ile
ini pepo.
Ile you get it?
Yeah.
So we did therapy.
Okay.
And for me, if you ask me, I still believe marriage is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marriage is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Marriage is
lovely.
No, marriage is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Marriage is a beautiful thing.
You can choose to answer this or not. Will you ever?
I know, ask.
Will you ever remarry? Will you ever consider?
Maybe I'm married.
Oh,
We'll never
but
know.
we don't know. Kwa sababu nikiwa kuweka vitu chini ya maji. Okay. I like the sound.
Maybe the
of
first
that.
one taught me something different.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You have more experience. You have 10 years experience.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Okay, Ben, if your marriage ended, what would it teach you about love? But I like what Owen has said.
Yeah.
I really resonated with that.
No, I would love you
to hear.
Because you see, for me,
good.
I'm talking about something.
When that's,
So
what it would teach me is that love can actually transition, or love can just fade. Because at this point, I can't envision it happening. Like I don't see a situation that we can't fight through. But you see, I'm also speaking from, I don't have as much
hypothetical situation.
I've not lived that long, first of all, as you to experience it. I've never been in that situation. So for me, what it would teach me is that, Actually, there were.
What?
Yeah, there were.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and love can change.
Because it's not something that you can sit down and say,
Yeah.
I expect this. The way
Yes.
she said,
Mm.
it's like divorce. You can't sit and say,
Yeah.
I'm expecting a divorce and
Yeah.
yeah, behave when
When it
we'll
comes,
separate and we'll go our way.
yeah.
Mm.
I think so. I think even me that love can transition. And I think even I was telling Ben, I've told Ben so many times, the thing I've been trying to wrap my head around is like you see social media couples, at one point you're so in love and then now the love changes and you separate and then it turns into this huge hate
Yeah.
where you're ready to like even like,
Burn everything down.
burn everything down to kill each other and kill each other socially. You know what I mean? So I think that love can change and can change for the worse.
Yeah.
That's really scary for me.
Very scary.
Yeah.
Very.
I think kids teach you a lot to a level whereby the way you love your child, you always feel like this is real love. There's no way I can unlove my child.
Yeah.
So you always, okay, that was me. I always ask myself, if this happens between me and my child, why can't it happen between me and my partner? Because if this is a true definition of how love should
is.
be,
Yeah.
how love is. Because I can't say ati leo nimekataa usi mtoto wangu ati I can't unlove my child. I'll always love my child.
Yeah.
So kids make you understand what transitions brings to the table.
You know.
Yeah.
Tips down. Who's going? Owen. Owen amaliza show. Ndio.
Sawa.
So let's go to Shiro, myself, then Owen will be the last one.
Sawa. Owen tuulize ya mwisho. In your experience, how do you know when love is evolving versus when it's fading?
In my experience, how do I know love is evolving?
versus when it's fading.
Love is fading. It's like in this season, in as much as the love is not being expressed as the way it was before, there's still a lot of effort to express it. I don't know ka unaelewa. So for example, before like Mtoya come, there's a way you guys show each other love. Maybe you go out a lot together, you spend so much time together. And then Mtoya may come.
It's not practical.
You have to adjust. There's just some things you can't do. I can't take you out for dates as much as I would love to. But then there's still ways that I'm still showing love in that season. So that shows me that love has evolved. It's not necessarily faded.
Okay.
I think for me to see love has faded, it will be there's zero effort to show me the love.
Okay.
That will now start showing me that maybe this is fading.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think
deep.
for me, love evolving is like when it may change, but both of us are willing to explore what it looks like in that new season or in that transition. But fading, I think, is when I'm the only one or he's the only one fighting for it. Then that would make me feel that we are fading. Yeah.
Okay. When? Evolving versus fading.
Fading.
Both of you are very, very right. Because hizo ni faces zote nimeona. Yeah. And when it's fading, is exactly what she's saying. When it's fading is more of like
Mtu moja.
you feel like it's just only one person putting all the efforts. And I always say, don't let it go there.
Yeah.
Any couple, don't just once you cross the Rubicon, there's no going back. Don't let it go there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my
That's
advice.
a good
That's
one.
my
Once
advice.
you cross the Rubicon.
There's no going back.
Second last question. This is question number 4. How do you navigate moments when your partner feels more like a stranger than your lover? How do you navigate moments when your partner feels more like a stranger than
And a
your lover?
lover.
It's like you're.
Hii inamaanisha ni wale wameanza, si ndio?
No.
Hata transitions ikikaa maybe sasa za
No, this is even in fact even this can happen even in long term where you've lived with somebody for so long, you love them, but it gets to a season where it's like you don't know them anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's you don't know them.
Yeah.
How,
or you become functional where you're doing the things that need to be done.
Routine.
It's formality.
Yeah, routine.
Routine,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like a
formalities.
formality.
Yeah.
because I think sometimes mazoeano can be such a it's such a
Bad
dangerous
thing.
space
It's
because
a bad thing.
you do something for so long, routine over and over. Then one day you wake up and you realize, by the way, I don't even know
Know who you
what's
are.
her favorite dress, or
Yeah.
let me not put that one because
Yeah.
sometimes that Miss Joanne buy wapi dress. That means inimpia, but it's like you don't know the fundamentals of what they would like. So you might be together, but strangers. And so the question is, how do you navigate that? How do you navigate when your partner feels more like a stranger than?
And that is really hard because
Very hard.
I remember I was once in that phase, and of course, those are the moments that you decide now. Maybe go away for like a getaway to try and understand exactly what is happening and all that, and then you realize you think she's a stranger, but even her, she feels you're a stranger. So when you start the discussion, you realize all of you are moving away without knowing. Without knowing at all. But the formalities is like physics, inertia. It's called inertia.
Which one?
The force.
Yeah.
So you guys are just, it's like a pendulum. You're just moving because someone alianzisha sasa inaendelea tu. Inaendelea tu. But in real sense, you need an engine to make sure that force doesn't stop.
Right.
But nyi mnarun na hiyo point yenye fan imezima bado inazunguka.
From the momentum.
Lakini stima ilienda.
Ulizima soke.
Kitambo. So
that's a good analogy.
You don't want it to stop. Because once it stops, ni hivyo.
Already kuzima your switch. Usizime your switch.
So that's the problem. So we used to go for getaways and start discussing, and then you realize, kumbe nilianza kudrift away hapa. But you see, all these things depends with the same way she was saying. It's more of, are you both willing to discuss and make it work?
Yeah.
Because if you don't discuss it and make it work, one person anaweza kuwa tu anajua na pia anarana routine, anajua kazi yangu si ni kuleta food kwa nyumba, kazi yangu si ni kulipa rent, kazi yangu si ni kubaya watoi nguo, kazi yangu si ni kupeleka watoi holiday. And this is the most dangerous part. Where once the kids come into the picture, you might find yourself converting all this energy
to the kids
and the love to the kids. And you forget your partner. And you will still feel like you're not missing anything. If you're not careful, you'll not feel like you're missing anything because
you have the kid.
You're getting
the love also.
You're getting the love from the kid, and you've transitioned your love from the partner to the kid. And this is your blood. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
Why should I work hard? And my house is in order.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not in order. So all of you, the wife amekuja ameka love yote kwa mtoi, wewe umekuja umeka love yote kwa mtoi, but between the two of you,
hakuna
nothing. It's just momentum, it's just formality, it's just that force that mlikuwa tu nayo. So it's just running. But in real sense, nothing is between the two of you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it will come and bite you.
Yeah.
It will.
Because the pendulum stops.
Yeah.
With no engine, it stops.
Yeah.
But I think it also then you need to start asking yourself, what are the things that you guys used to do together before the baby? And in as much as they can change, how do you still maintain the same momentum? For example, I think dates would still work. Like you can have like once a month or once a week date night where it's just you and your partner. And when you start realizing that, by the way, sikuzi hata tuna story mob, then it's not like it's a bad thing because it's not like all the times mkona stories, 1,000. But you have to keep up with these two small habits. You know, surprise her once in a while. You surprise him once in a while. Like, for that love energy to continue, it's the same thing as the fan. It needs a socket. It needs power, which is electricity, and the power comes from the little things or from the effort that you put towards the growth of the love.
Let me tell you the biggest challenge.
The
biggest challenge sometimes is when maybe her, where she sits, immediately when she gets a child, she just feels like she's not beautiful. She's not. So, it's not what you've done.
It's from me.
It's from her.
Wow.
That's a challenge for you as a man, because now you have to start convincing how beautiful she is. And the more you're doing it, she feels like you're feeling oishe. So in this sense, she's not.
Yeah.
You're affirming my
Yes.
feelings.
Yes, it's really hard. Same way, once ana lose job, ana job, haleti kitu kwa meza, trying to affirm him, namwambie, no, I still believe in you.
Yeah.
It's really hard, because for him na pia ana feel tu ye mwenyewe tu ndani, before hata wewe mwambie, or before anyone tells him,
Already and I
ana
feel.
feel tu ni failure. He feels like a failure. That's the biggest challenge.
Right.
Because you see, when you get a child and then when anakuja tu kuaffirm and all that, wewe mwenyewe hujajiangalia ati maybe I'm not beautiful right now and all that, is very different from ile saa yenye yeye mwenyewe
And I feel.
she's decided that she feels like she's not beautiful, and you've already felt like I'm not successful, I'm a failure. This transition is really hard for me to go through without my partner or without other people start feeling like I'm a failure. That's the hardest part.
Right.
So then it has to come from the individual.
That's what I'm saying. And you see, the more she's still soul searching to
Find out who am I.
rediscover that she's beautiful, it's a long time. The same way for you, it's not like a plug and play that today you've lost your job, tomorrow you have it.
Yeah.
It can
You
take
have to
as
find your
long as 6
momentum.
months.
Yeah.
I saw Anthony Ndiema. You know Anthony Ndiema?
Yes, I saw.
You saw that post, eh? He put up a post where he's talking about how he lost his job and how it's been very, very challenging, even from the kids. No one is not talking about anyone resenting him, but he's just feeling like
From himself.
Right. He just doesn't feel enough.
Mm.
And that's one thing that sometimes coolers most men. So your partner can be very supportive and all that, but wewe mwenyewe, if you don't accept the situation and say, I'm going to work on myself, it can even start now affecting
Yeah.
your partner, because they don't know what they should do.
Yeah.
Haizi kuchora job.
Haizi
kuprovide hicho nataka. Because wewe, she can sustain the house or the family, but
you still feel
you as a man,
it's internal.
Yeah, there's just you have to provide, you have to protect, because now the moment you can't provide, you always feel like you can't protect.
Yeah.
Now you always feel like
I'm useless.
Volume can reduce. You know those things. And even for her, when she's feeling like she's not enough for you, you see, it's not your problem. Usiwe umeleta your issue.
Imetoka kwangu.
That's the hardest part.
That's fact.
That is hard.
That
But
is
you
very
understand that now you can take her for dates and all that. You see, that you can do. And you see, if she feels like she's still beautiful, you can still go for those dates and all that. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's very easy. But when she doesn't feel like it, bro, hata umeenda kumpeleka out atakwambia kwenda.
So then what do you do?
Ndio nakwambia. So that's the biggest challenge now when it comes to marriage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for you to understand that is a phase, that there are things that can be beyond you.
Facts.
That's true. It's just
individual
yesterday she was
responsibility.
having a conversation with a friend of hers who's an entrepreneur. Now kanikalisha chini because she also has a child. She has children actually. Now kaniuliza, kwani nyinyi wanaume kwani mnafikirianga aje? Kwani hakuna kitu imechange kwenye, you know, like and it was interesting. Sometimes maybe this baby transition looks so casual.
Yeah.
But I think deep down
It's a major.
If you find a strong woman who accepts that she's still beautiful, bro, thank God.
it's a lot of work.
I'm telling you the truth. Thank God. Thank God.
It's tough.
Because once you find the one that and I believe, bro, you can do everything in this world, and it's not enough.
So unasema there's personal responsibility.
There's personal responsibility in any marriage. There's personal responsibility that even you as a man,
you can't solve that.
Dust off yourself and useme,
You pick yourself up.
yeah, it's tough, but I have to. It's tough, but I have to do this. Because she can try to instill something in you, but deep down,
It has to come from you. I
eventually,
agree.
It's personal responsibility.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
Powerful.
Yeah. Last question.
When?
Last question.
That's a very good. I've enjoyed this episode so much.
It's so deep.
Do you think people underestimate how much work love actually takes?
Yeah.
I think so.
That's what we're
Enjoy
talking
it,
about.
Wow.
100%.
I'm telling you it. Yani
100%.
your work. Ameka in quotes.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah.
Because honestly,
Hey, it's Jobo.
it's a lot.
It's a lot of work. Collective, both as both of you.
And then
then
individually.
individual.
Facts.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of work because, to be very honest, it's upon you guys to make sure that the narrative you want to fly
Mm.
in your marriage stays.
Mm.
And it starts with the work itself.
Mm.
And this work can be heavy or
Mm.
can be light,
Light.
depending on how you take it.
Yep.
It's same way as salvation.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
same way as salvation. So
It's tough.
marriage,
Mm.
you asked if I can still do it again.
Yeah.
I'm doing it again.
Yeah.
For me, marriage is one of the most beautiful things
I
that
agree.
God created.
I agree.
But as much as it's beautiful,
Work.
it can be very, very hard
Mm.
if you don't know, if you don't put the right work in it.
Mm.
Yeah. And I think there's also a reason why marriage is compared to husband, wife is like church and
Mm,
Christ.
Christ.
You know, because it's also a lot of work for you to be in same thing you're saying.
To be in
It's a lot of work
salvation.
to be in salvation. You know,
Yeah.
you die daily,
Yeah.
you wake up,
Yeah.
and then Christ forgives you. Christ
Yeah.
still loves you. So
Grace.
grace. So
Mm.
as the husband, you still love your wife, no matter what.
Yeah.
The submission and
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
This was one for the books. Every time
I have enjoyed it so much.
you know when we did the
Literally.
Misimu on the go, where where there's this a thing I've been doing on my Instagram where I drive with people, we listen
Yeah.
to my album.
Yeah.
For the Dion, we went all the way to Pastor Machakos, you know, like, and I was doing like
And
40
it's
or
one-
50.
It's one of my
And
favorites.
it was still
too.
so long, you know.
Yeah.
So, oh man, and I think you're very, very deep. Thank you. I'm sure we're gonna have you back again.
Me
So much
anytime,
wisdom.
anytime.
Thank you
So
so,
much
much.
wisdom.
Thank
Call me
you.
anytime.
Yeah,
Anytime.
Wanjiru?
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Owen, for coming. That was so much wisdom. I think one of my favorite episodes. There was a lot of depth.
Thank you.
I hope you guys enjoyed at home.
Yeah.
Any parting shots? Buy the tickets. We didn't even talk about it.
Yeah, but is it gonna be up?
Yeah.
It's gonna be up.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys get your tickets. November 22nd. It's gonna be very, very big. I'm gonna be performing Misimu album live. So our rehearsals are already on the go.
Yeah.
I love that album. Man.
Yeah.
I love that album. Man.
It's gonna be big,
I
man.
love that. album.
Yeah.
So grab your tickets as soon as you can. JOYRIDE Live Experience is gonna be mad thing.
See you guys on the 22nd and see you guys in the next episode.
Yes, sir.
Nashukuru pale nimetoka, kushukuru mimi sitachoka.